You're standing in front of a room, maybe 20 people, maybe 200. Your heart pounds. Your palms drip. Your throat closes like someone's strangling you from the inside. Here's the weird part. Surveys consistently show people fear this moment more than dying, more than death. That's insane, unless you understand what your brain actually thinks is happening. For 300,000 years, being watched by a group meant one thing. And tonight, I'm going to show you exactly why your body still believes your life depends on this moment. Let's go back, way back. Your ancestors lived in groups of maybe 50 to 150 people. That's it. That was your entire world. Every face you ever saw, you knew. Every reputation mattered. Because here's the thing about those small tribes, getting kicked out wasn't an inconvenience. It was a death sentence, literally. One human alone on the African savanna at night, you might last a week, maybe. The predators, the cold, the lack of shared food, humans weren't built to survive solo. We needed the group. And the group was always watching. So your brain evolved a survival system, a social threat detector that never turns off. When you walked into that tribal circle and everyone looked at you, your brain ran a calculation. Can I hold my status? Will they still accept me? Because if the answer was no, if you said the wrong thing, offended the wrong person, showed weakness at the wrong moment, the tribe could turn on you. And that prehistoric rejection? It didn't mean hurt feelings. It meant you were about to die alone in the dark. Your body learned to treat social judgment the same way it treated a charging lion. The threat response is identical. But here's the part nobody ever talks about. Your brain doesn't just fear rejection, it fears being seen as incompetent in front of the group. Think about what mattered in a prehistoric tribe. Could you hunt? Could you share knowledge? Could you lead when it mattered? The moment you stood before your tribe and spoke, you were proving your value or destroying it. Every stumble, every hesitation, every moment of confusion, the group was calculating. Is this person useful, or are they dead weight? That question still runs in the background of your brain every single time someone watches you perform. Now let's talk about what actually happens in your body. When you step up to speak, your amygdala, that's the ancient threat detection center in your brain, fires up instantly. It doesn't ask questions. It doesn't care that you're in a safe conference room. All it sees is this: multiple sets of eyes, locked onto you, evaluating you. Predator attention pattern detected. And then the cascade begins. Adrenaline floods your system. Cortisol spikes. Your heart rate jumps. Blood rushes away from your extremities. That's why your hands go cold. Your body is preparing for a fight that will never come. And if you thought that was uncomfortable, wait until you hear about the voice. Your vocal cords are surrounded by tiny muscles. When stress hormones hit, those muscles tighten. Your throat literally constricts. That's why your voice shakes. That's why it comes out higher than normal. Your body is trying to make itself small, unthreatening, an ancient submission signal. Meanwhile, your mouth goes dry because saliva production shuts down during fight or flight. Your brain is redirecting resources to survival systems. Digestion, speaking, not a priority when your body thinks it's about to die. The crazy part? This all happens before you say a single word. So here's where it gets really interesting. Remember, humans evolved to be social animals, which means we also evolved to read social cues with terrifying accuracy. When you're speaking and someone in the audience frowns, your brain catches it instantly. A crossed arm, a yawn, a glance at a phone. Each one registers as a micro-rejection. Your threat detector tallies them up in real time. One frown equals one tribe member who might vote against you. Your brain isn't seeing individuals. It's seeing potential exile, one face at a time. And you can't turn it off. But wait, if this fear is so deeply wired, why do some people seem fine with public speaking? Here's the secret. Their brains have learned that social evaluation doesn't actually mean death. Through repeated exposure, the threat response weakens. Not because they're braver, not because they have a different brain, but because their amygdala has slowly learned, I did this, I survived. No exile, no death. The equation updates. It takes time, sometimes years, but the software can be reprogrammed. Your ancestors couldn't practice public speaking in safe environments. You can. Here's something even more wild. Your fear of public speaking might actually be calibrated by your early social experiences. Kids who faced rejection, bullying, exclusion, harsh judgment, their brains learned that social evaluation is dangerous. The threat detector got turned up, way up. Meanwhile, kids who received consistent social acceptance, their amygdala learned a different lesson. Judgment doesn't equal death. This isn't destiny, but it explains why the same situation terrifies one person and barely registers for another. Your brain is running on software updated by your life. So why does this fear rank above death in surveys? Because death is abstract. It's future. It's theoretical. But standing in front of people who are evaluating you, that's happening right now. Your brain prioritizes immediate threats, and social rejection, that's the most immediate threat your ancestors ever faced. Every single day, they had to prove their worth to stay alive. Modern you faces a presentation, and ancient systems boot up. The room becomes a savanna. The audience becomes the tribe. And your body doesn't know the exile isn't coming anymore. And here's the twist you didn't see coming. That fear? It's not a bug. It's a feature. It kept your ancestors sharp, made them perform better when it mattered. A little anxiety improves performance. It's called the Yerkes-Dodson curve. Your racing heart sends more oxygen to your brain. Your heightened senses catch every reaction. Your focus becomes laser sharp. The problem isn't the fear itself. It's when the fear overwhelms the function. Your body is trying to help you succeed in front of the tribe. It just doesn't know when to stop. That nervous energy you feel? It's your ancestors' gift. Use it. So remember this. Your fear of public speaking isn't weakness. It's 300,000 years of survival instinct telling you that this moment matters. Your ancestors stood before their tribes and spoke, terrified, because their lives literally depended on it. And they survived long enough to create you. That fear in your chest? It's proof you come from people who cared enough to be afraid, and brave enough to speak anyway. Next time, so will you. And if you want to know what else your ancient brain is secretly controlling, that's the next video.